Hi there, your big Irish friend here again, talking game stuff. Today I want to touch on the online tabletop phenomenon and how you might get into using it as a way to run games for friends all over. Starting around 2019 to 20, the COVID pandemic hit us all pretty hard, and in time, well, everything that wasn't essential was closed down all over. Being smart meant not gathering in person, especially in enclosed spaces. Uh, those of us who were still wanting to game, we had to adapt. Up to that point, I had resisted the online gaming phenomenon. Like most folks, I was very oriented in the in-person, face-to-face, tactile, at-the-table experience. As the pandemic wore on and on and on, I had to shift my thinking. Fortunately, a number of tools were developed in that time to play online, and those that had been around grew in popularity and capacity. Some tools have risen as above and beyond for various users. And the extensive functionality and system support that's vital for a lot of folks means they don't mind the learning curve of certain systems. At first, Astral was my go-to. When that unfortunately shut down, I went with Owlbear Rodeo. For me, it has all that I want, and it's easy to use no matter what game I'm running. At the end of the day, I wanted a table to put maps and characters on. OB does that very well. Being able to roll virtual dice on the screen is a nice touch. I mean, yeah, you get to see a cool die roll and everything. But for those who just want to go with the old standby and just do some FaceTime with Theater of the Mind, Google Dice is a very useful and effective tool. For those looking for miniatures to use, there are tons of available options. An entire cottage industry has grown up around crafting images that can be used easily on screen. Same thing for maps. You got battle maps that you can put your tokens on. DriveThruRPG has both by the hundreds, if not thousands. Of course, you can Google search for them and find all kinds of sources. And if you find an artist or set of artists that you really like, then you can support them more directly via either their websites or their Patreons. Then again, if you want to craft your own tokens, then there's things like Token Tool that let you take whatever image you have and turn it into something you can use like a miniature. If you want to craft your own maps, there are tools for that too. My go-to is Incarnate. That's spelled with a K in the middle. You can get as detailed or as simple as you want. There are also options for generating dungeons at random, such as Dunjon, spelled D-U-N-J-O-N, Dungeon Draft, and more. Of course, one of the things that you may want to recreate is the at-the-table experience as much as possible. Zoom and Discord are two really good options, the latter having the virtue of being free and oriented to the gamer community. Of course, those who grew up in the 70s and 80s recognize the Brady Bunch screen arrangement. It's important to pay attention to the screens and ensure everyone gets a chance to talk. Yes, even Alice. It's also important to have meaningful safety tools. I use the show me your pause / let's pause technique, where someone can hold their hands up towards the screen to show they need a break. This works for I gotta go to the bathroom, as well as I need a break from what's currently happening in the game. Not gonna lie, running games in this fashion is massively improved if you have more than one screen to spread things around on. As you can see, I have my VTT on one with lots of room for docks and such. This was just scratching the surface. If you want to know more, feel free to contact me direct, either on Facebook or via email. I hope everybody has a great day, and as always, game on.